I'm in my 40s, and if I could go back to talk to my younger 20-year-old self and share some brutal truths about life, here are 20 things I would say. Number 1, life doesn't wait for you to be ready. We can spend so much time waiting for the perfect moment, but life is not a dress rehearsal. It is happening right now, and it won't pause to give you time to figure everything out. Truth is, there is no such thing as the perfect moment. You will never feel 100% ready. Start anyway and adapt as you make small steps forward. Otherwise, you will very quickly fall into the trap of living as if you are never going to die and then die having never truly lived. Action is the antidote to anxiety, regret, and despair. Right now, someone is out there living the life you want simply because they took action and you haven't. Those who go far in life almost always start long before they are ready. So here's a powerful question for you. How much longer will you avoid what you are capable of doing in order to continue with what you are comfortable doing? Keep this in mind. You get just 4,000 weeks to enjoy life if you're lucky. So it is important to live with some urgency. Death isn't the greatest loss in life. The greatest loss is what dies inside of you while you're still alive. And this leads nicely on to number 2, be patient with the process and impatient with taking action. You must be patient with the process because there is no such thing as an overnight success. It often takes years before you get to that 1 year that will completely transform your life for the better. So don't underestimate the power of small steps taken on a consistent basis. Work out every day and you will enjoy a healthy life. Read every day and you will build a wealth of knowledge. Bring value to people's lives every day and you will be a magnet for opportunities. The brutal truth is that you will never change your life for the better unless you change something you do daily. So care less about results and more about your habits. For extraordinary results automatically follow extraordinary habits, and mastery is the echo of consistency. Much of success is built by consistently doing the work that others are not willing to do. So the question here is, if in 12 months' time you are exactly where you are now, how would you feel? Now imagine that if instead of avoiding the things you know you should do, you actually did them every day. Number 3, stop playing small. You have no idea how good you can get. You can get insanely good at something, even if you suck right now. And it begins with being bold and brave with how you show up and the actions you take. So what are you waiting for? Life is too short and too precious to not pursue something that makes you feel alive. If you want to live your best life, you must go out and find it. If you truly want something to happen, if you want to find what fulfills you, you must be brave enough to leave where you are and get lost until you find where you're meant to be. Not all risk takers will be winners, but all winners are risk takers. So channel your energy towards being the hero of your story, not a minor character in someone else's. When you look back on this moment later in life, that future self is going to be grateful for the you of today. They are going to thank the you of today because you focus your energy and time towards making your dreams happen. Number 4, your thoughts create your reality. Awareness around the nature of thought equips you with the ability to bend your reality and shape your experiences towards a more desirable outcome. Thoughts, after all, are just thoughts. At any given moment, you can choose one thought over another, and those that you believe to be true will manifest themselves into your reality. Your mind, therefore, is the birthplace of every victory and every defeat. Just because your past was hard doesn't mean your future can't be amazing. Henry Ford said that whether you think you can or you can't, you're right, while Joe Dispenza observed that a clear intention with elevated emotion moves matter. You are the architect of your destiny and are both the sculptor and the sculptor, with your thoughts shaping your entire reality. Tell yourself that I don't have a single artistic bone in my body, and it will be a very long time before you find the courage to start creating. Tell yourself that I enjoy painting, and so I'm going to just start creating and see where it takes me, and you start sharing your gift immediately with a sense of childlike wonder and without judgment. Your mind can either be your best friend or worst enemy. And it's why the most powerful dialogue is the one that happens within yourself each day. So fill your mind with positivity, with belief, with possibility. Because how you perceive situations determines how you act. Number 5, your health is your greatest wealth. When you're healthy, you have lots of hopes and dreams. When you're sick, however, you have only one: to be well again. This is why I make daily exercise a non-negotiable habit. In your 20s, you think you're invincible, and so you abuse your body. You drink too much alcohol, sacrifice sleep, eat junk, and get little exercise. You're not invincible. You must invest in your well-being today, or you will pay a steep price for your bad habits tomorrow. Most of your problems, I believe, can be solved through the simple habits of better sleep, regular workouts, a healthy diet, and time in nature disconnected from your devices. Your health is the most valuable asset you have. Without it, nothing else really matters. It is the foundation on which everything else is built. After all, you can't pour from an empty cup. Number 6, take responsibility for your life. No one is coming to save you, and this is why you must step up and become the hero of your own life. Taking full ownership of your life is the most empowering thing you can do for yourself. Blaming others is easy. Taking responsibility is harder. Don't be allergic to personal responsibility, because only when you take full ownership of where you are and where you want to be can life really begin. And keep this in mind: the pain of doing nothing with your life will always be worse than the pain of doing something with your life. Number 7, the greatest opportunities often come disguised as challenges. A harsh truth that many don't like to hear is that nothing ever worth achieving comes easy. It is the hard that teaches you, develops you, and helps to strengthen your resilience. For when you are challenged, you are asked to become more than you were. Things won't always unfold the way you expect them to, and sometimes it ends up being the best thing that could have happened to you when looking back. I've also come to understand that it is the hardest times in life that equip you with the wisdom required to create the best moments of your life. Challenges open your mind to new perspectives, learning new skills, and pushing the boundaries of what is possible. It is from life's inevitable challenges that you enjoy your greatest personal growth and discover who you truly are. And the tougher the times, the clearer you get about what really matters and what doesn't. Put another way, you get 2 choices to choose from: easy now, hard later, or hard now, easy later. As the saying goes, fast success builds ego, slow success builds character. Number 8, comparison is the thief of joy. Most of what you see on people's social media is only their highlight reel. They're showing their best and hiding their worst. So please, don't compare your behind the scenes to their carefully curated and edited moments. Instead, focus on your own unique journey, because the only competition that matters is the person you were yesterday. Focus on outdoing your past self and you will flourish. And remember this: what makes you different is a superpower. You were born with unique gifts, talents, and skills. Discover what these are and share them with the world. There is no competition for being who you were meant to be, because there is no one else here to do exactly what you are here to do in the way that you do it. As Robert Greene wrote in his book Mastery, we are a one-time phenomenon in the universe. Our exact genetic makeup has never occurred before, nor will it ever be repeated. Number 9, quit worrying about things you can't control. Too many of us attach our emotional well-being to things that are outside of our control. So for example, validation from other people and relying on an event happening before we feel a certain emotion. When this happens, you outsource your happiness to someone or something outside of your control. When you focus on what is in your control, however small, you become empowered and energized. Inner peace comes from accepting what you can't control and focusing your energy instead on what you can. This is why the journey is always better than the destination. And when you discover who you truly are, you become less reliant on external validation for your self-worth. This leads nicely onto number 10. People don't care about you as much as you think. Harsh, but true. People are too busy with their own lives. So don't expect validation from others, and don't worry about what they think about you. What stops so many of us living the life we want is this need for validation and approval from others. Let go of this worry about what other people think, and you will feel lighter, more focused, and surprise yourself with the progress you will be able to make. Number 11, embrace a white belt mentality. One of the greatest skills you can develop in a rapidly changing world is the ability to adapt to whatever the world throws your way, so that you can thrive over the long term. And this skill is driven by your ability to remain an eternal student. For as the futurist Alvin Toffler remarked, the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. This is why your real education begins when formal education ends, because life teaches you the wisdom you cannot gain from education alone. So stretch your mind, take on projects that challenge you, and pursue the things you are curious and passionate about. 1 hour a day is all it takes. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, yet somehow the idea of using just one of those hours to learn something new feels monumental for a lot of us. 1 hour a day, however, is enough to learn a new skill, develop a passion, or build a foundation for something life-changing. Let me demonstrate with some numbers. 1 hour a day becomes 7 hours a week, a full working day of learning something new. 1 hour a day becomes 30 hours a month, the equivalent of an entire module of a university course. And 1 hour a day becomes 15 full days focused on your learning over the course of a year. Just imagine the progress you would make in that time. So don't let good enough become your ceiling. Strive for excellence in everything you do, because your potential is only limited by your thinking. You are never the finished article, rather a constant work in progress. As Bruce Lee would say, use no limitation as limitation. Number 12, commit to what's important and ignore the rest. You're not overwhelmed, you're overcommitted to things that don't matter. And nobody performs well when pulled in a dozen different directions. One of the best ways to advance your life is to simplify it. Less clutter, physical, mental, and digital, paves the way for clearer thinking and more focused action. Time is something we can't make more of, and so we must be careful about what we decide to give up a day of our life for, as once it's gone forever. If you don't purposefully carve time out each day to progress and improve, your time will quickly vanish in the vacuum of our increasingly busy lives. We want more time, yet waste the time we already have. Saying yes all the time, especially to things you really want to say no to, is exhausting. Your time is a valuable asset. Protect it and be selective about how you choose to spend it. For you don't need more time. You simply need less distractions. If you want your life to change, you must make space for it to happen. Number 13, gratitude is the path to abundance. You get what you focus your energy on. Focus on things to complain about, and you will attract more things into your life to complain about. Focus on things to be grateful for, and you will attract more things into your life to be grateful for. The Japanese actor Hiroyuki Sanada once said, "There are those who want a swimming pool in the house, while those who have one barely use it. Those who have lost a loved one feel a deep sense of loss, while others who hold them close often complain about them. Those who do not have a partner yearn for one, but those who have sometimes do not value them. The hungry would give anything for a plate of food, while the well-fed complain about the taste. The one who doesn't have a car dreams, while the one who has one is always looking for a better one. The key is to be grateful. Look carefully at what we have and understand that somewhere, someone will give everything for what you already have and don't appreciate. If you can't be grateful for what you currently have, you will never have enough. So appreciate where you are in your journey, even if it's not where you want to be, because every season serves a purpose. Number 14, learn how to save and invest your money. Spending money on things you don't need or want so you can impress others is the fastest way to go broke. Here's what you want to do instead. Learn how to invest and then put that money to work for you so you can grow your financial wealth over time. This way, you are able to tap into the power of the compound effect, the eighth wonder of this world. Just look at Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors the world has seen. 99% of his current wealth was created after his 50th birthday. Embracing financial discipline today will give you the luxury of options and choices tomorrow. Number 15, the purpose of life is a life of purpose. You were not born into this world to just pay bills, waste hours scrolling aimlessly through your social media feeds, reply to endless emails, do things you hate, and then die. You were born with unique gifts and talents, and it is life's greatest adventure to discover what these are and to share them with the world. So please, don't go through life accepting that 5 out of every 7 days are going to be spent doing something that simply doesn't bring you joy or fulfillment. Live each day with intention so that you own your days rather than your days owning you. Because designing your life begins with designing your days. You want to create a lifestyle that you don't want to escape from. Number 16, level up your network. The fastest way to succeed in life is to design an environment around you that makes it impossible not to succeed. If you want to be happier, spend as much time as you can with happy people. If you want to be healthier, spend as much time as you can with healthy people. If you want to quit your job and build a successful business, spend as much time as you can with people who have already done so. Your environment has a far bigger impact on your success and well-being than you can imagine. And for this simple reason, you cannot swim in a river of negative energy and expect a positive result. Your environment influences your behavior through how you think, what you believe in, and how you act. And this will either anchor you to your comfort zones or energize you to new heights. You shape your environment, and then your environment shapes you. When I talk about environment, I'm referring to the people you spend most time with, what you watch, what you read, who you follow on social media, what the culture at your workplace is like, and the communities you are part of. Number 17, get clear on your priorities and productivity becomes easy. Simply put, when you begin with the end in mind and have a vision that is magnetic and exciting in nature, it becomes easier to move forward with purpose. You lock in and avoid distractions. Obstacles appear tiny in comparison to the magnitude of your vision, and you awaken talents you never knew existed. Number 18, focus on making a difference, not just a living. Your value is determined by how much more you have given to the world than you have taken from it. Add value to people's lives each day, however small, and watch your life transform for the better. Number 19, embrace failure. There are 2 types of failure. The first is never testing your ideas, thoughts, or insights because you're waiting until that perfect moment or when you're 100% ready. The second is being bold, adventurous, and experimental. The first type teaches you nothing and often becomes the biggest regret of many. However, when you fail in the second type, you learn valuable lessons about yourself and the process, as well as deepening your wisdom. When viewed in the above way, failure is less an outcome and more the result of never trying and testing those ideas. It is why the most successful are the ones who fail the most, because they're the ones who try the most. So if you aren't where you're meant to be, it may be because you're too afraid of making mistakes. Number 20, you are the greatest project you will ever work on. The greatest regret of the dying is that they wish they lived a life more true to themselves than a life lived for others. Learn from this and do stuff that makes you feel alive. Focus your energy on what makes you come alive and away from what makes you miserable, because this is key to fulfilling your potential. Who you become is always more important than what you get. Happiness is found in the becoming, your metamorphosis, and make sure to listen to your heart. There's a reason why the journey from your head to your heart is the longest you will ever make. Too often, we ignore our innate wisdom and intuition and place too much importance on the opinions of others, many of whom have not succeeded in what you are trying to do with your life. So promise me this: don't ever give up on yourself, and don't let this year be just another year. If you want things to be different, you must do things differently. Let this be the year where you finally commit to following through with the things you have been telling yourself you would do. Because 1 year of living each day with laser-like focus and clear intention will completely transform your life. You can't go back and change what has happened. But today, right now even, you can make better choices for a future that has the potential to be greater than you ever imagined. Let me know in the comments which of the truths shared in this video resonated the most. And make sure to share with your network so together we can inspire and energize someone's life. It may be the exact thing that someone needed to hear today. I'm Simon Alexander Ong. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.